Hey guys, what's going on? It is Laura Ventura with Pawz and All, and if you're new to this channel, I am Laura Ventura. My company is called Pawz and All, and I made this channel to be able to share with all of you some grooming tips. I groom dogs and cats, and I'm also very passionate about sharing my knowledge when it comes to the grooming business, so you will get some business tips on here too. So if you are interested in following me and my journey and getting some tips for grooming and business, just hit the subscribe button below. I would greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, so let's jump into the subject that I'm going to talk about today, and that is going to be acquiring employees to grow your fleet, if that is what you're looking to do. This not only is going to be a reference for mobile grooming employees, but this could also be a reference for shop owners that are looking for very valuable employees to join their team. So let's get started. I'm gonna be very clear on how I go about hiring and what I look for, and hopefully this will help you. Now, before I start and jump in, I also want to let you guys know that hiring people might be very scary for some of you guys. I understand your pain. I was there once too. But once you understand some of the things that I put in place, and once you go ahead and change your mindset around employees, it is going to help you hire, retain, and train. So let's get into it. My first piece of advice is please stay away from the grooming forums, especially on Facebook, because there are very scary scenarios that have been written by other people on employees and the drama. And so I just don't want you guys to focus on that, because it's literally gonna scare you away. I know that it scared me away for a while. So if you can avoid the grooming forums, especially the Facebook ones, please do so. If it's like constructive, advice, then go ahead and take it, but take it with a grain of salt, because you do not know who's behind that keyboard. You do not know why they're having that drama with the employee, okay? So I just don't want you guys to be brainwashed thinking that it's going to be impossible to find an employee, that all employees are bad, and a nightmare is gonna come crashing down your business that you've worked so hard to build, okay? So that's number one. So my second piece of advice is, before you bring anybody on your team, please work on yourself. Work on your communication skills, work on your leadership skills. Read about leading people, read about being compassionate to other people, and understand that they are not going to just work for you. You are going to work for them. And if you keep that mindset, it's going to be a long-term relationship that you are going to keep with these groomers, okay? So just remember that if you are not good with yourself, then you're not going to be able to lead with other people. You are going to be literally the captain of the ship. You are going to be in charge of their schedule, of their payroll. And, when it comes to having employees, you don't want them just to feel like they're a number. You really want to get to know them, see what motivates them, see how well, they learn through different tactics, okay? Not everybody's the same. Some people are visual learners. Some people have to hear it a lot of times. So just make sure that you are mentally stable and balanced, because people bring on their own personalities to the team, and you really need to know how to just juggle all that and cater to different personalities, okay? One of the things that I did, that I invested in, was the Landmark Forum. Now, I will link it below. The Landmark Forum was really like an intense therapy session, and I did the forum, and then I did the second set of the forum, which I completely forgot what it's called, but it was life-changing, because I was not only surrounded by very high-level entrepreneurs, but I also learned people skills. And I feel like, as groomers, if you are coming in and hiring people as a groomer yourself, we know that we are very good at communicating with animals, but sometimes we fall a little bit short communicating with people. So we have to make sure that we are, you know, growing that skill every day and, you know, going ahead and investing in ourselves and in our, you know, in our personalities and in our mindset and in our leadership skills. Another thing that I am not scared to share was that I enrolled myself in a anger management course, okay? All of the people that were there were court ordered, but I was sure to sit in the front and really take everything in. The anger management course, there should be one by you. It literally is 8 hours long. I took it on a Saturday and I learned so many valuable things that you would think were common sense, but they're not. And one of the things that I told the teacher was like, I wish that this was taught in kindergarten. Like, I wish that this was taught in pre-K. I don't know why this is not taught in schools. I feel like people would have a lot better relationships if they knew which rules to follow when it comes to anger management. Now, I personally knew that I had to take anger management because I am a little firecracker, okay? I could go from 0 to, I used to be able to go to 0 to 100 really, really quick. And I knew that I had to change that, especially if I wanted to be in a leadership position. The next one. Now, one of the things that when I went into the forums, I would read was that a lot of people would have a lot of trouble finding groomers. Now, I want to tell you guys something. Before I go into this piece of advice, if you cannot find a groomer, make one. There are 10 million young people, young, middle-aged, even older people that are dying to work with animals, that hate their career, and they just want the opportunity for somebody to teach them and guide them and give them a job. Be that person, okay? If you cannot find a groomer, make one. Okay, let me jump into this piece of advice. Do not go finding a groomer. Attract them. And this is how you're going to attract them. You are going to run your business at a very high level. You are going to make sure that you, when you are working in your business, you are having fun. You are having a great schedule every day. You are sharing your work, you're sharing your expertise, and I promise you that you are going to start attracting people that are going to want to work with you to you. Now, another thing is that use the internet to find people. Use Indeed, okay? That's how I found everybody that works with me now. And I was very specific on my job description of what I was looking for and what I was looking to offer for the job. So I'm gonna link that below. This is gonna be a free description. You could go ahead and use it and customize it to your business. And I promise you that you are going to have applications come in. When you are reviewing the applications, please start paying attention to the people that align with your mission and with your core values, okay? I usually pick up on what type of person they are by reading their cover letter, by reading their resume, by reading the places that they've worked, by seeing how long they've stayed in a place, okay? And then I pick like about my top 3 or 4. I go ahead and I call them and I schedule a phone call interview or a video interview. That is gonna be my first step. So I hire off of energy, okay? I am an energy reader. Most groomers are, okay? We have to read energy because that is how animals communicate. So when I am talking to a person over the phone or over video, I could definitely sense energy and I understand really quick if that person has the potential to work at Pawz and All and be fruitful, okay? The second step that I do is if they pass the video or phone call interview, I ask them to come in for a work interview. And I pretty much let them know, hey, please meet me at 9 a.m. We will be done around 5:30. This is going to be a paid interview and they are going to work with me in the van. Now, if you are a mobile groomer, you know that the vans are a very tight space. So you are going to want to ask them to come in and work with you one-on-one, because that's when you're really gonna be able to read them. Now, I also offer them free lunch, okay? Because in that moment, that's when we sit down, I pay for their lunch, and I'm able to discuss some things with them. Now, usually lunch is taken in the middle of the day, like around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So this is a good time to kind of recap how the morning went and see kind of how they're feeling and what their take is on all of this, and also get to know them. Now, during this whole time, I am explaining to them how my process works, and I'm also observing them. At the end of the day, we have a heart-to-heart. I ask them if they could see themselves doing this day in and day out. Now, it's really important because I want them to be able to feel comfortable. Now, I want them to be 100% honest with me, because mobile grooming is not for everybody. And I also, when I am interviewing this person, I'm also thinking about my other girls, and are they going to clash? Is there going to be a personality clash? Is this person going to fit in with our core values? Is this person's head in the right place? Okay, so at the end of the day, I do another recap, and I take a day or two, I think about it, and then I either, tell them that I'm going to continue my search and thank them for their time, or I go ahead and send them an offer letter. Now, once I hire somebody, I start the training process, okay? Whether they're a seasoned groomer or they're just brand new to bathing, I go ahead and show them the Pawz and All way. Now, this could take about a month, 2 months. It just depends on how long they take to learn. I know that, different people learn differently and at different paces, but to be honest, I go ahead and I put them under my wing, and I show them the ropes. Now, again, guys, if you can't find groomers, make them. There's so many people out there that are animal lovers that are dying to learn this craft, and grooming is a career. So it's very rewarding for me to hire people on, because I love to train, I love to see them grow, and I don't look at myself as a boss or as a manager. I see myself as a coach. And always, always remember, you work for them, they do not work for you. If they're not doing a good job, you have to ask them, what can I do? Or what can I give you? Or how much more training do you need, so we could go ahead and make sure that you are happy, that you are succeeding, that the clients are happy, and that everything's going smoothly. All right, guys, I hope this was a valuable video for you. If you are thinking about building your fleet, if you are thinking of expanding, do it. The pets depend on us. There is a shortage of mobile groomers nationwide. So, hey, you guys could start changing lives, building careers for people, and yeah, it's such a rewarding process. All right, guys, love and light, up and out. Laura Ventura.